Welcome back to DOREEN'S African Experiences. Yes, thank you. I'm feeling better. You all nearly lost me. Believe me, I was a goner. I was a goner. I almost lost my life. I got so sick. I had been sick, imagine. I had been sick for a full month and I didn't know. You people, sometimes you might arguably say being born in Africa has more disadvantages than advantages. The truth is, I almost lost my life. You people, we always joke about these things, but we don't have medical care. We don't have proper medical care in this country. We don't. This has nothing to do with you can't afford. We have educated people, highly educated people, but we don't have proper medical care. I'm serious. We don't have. Please stop. Can you please stop? Please. Thank you. You know, I think I've been making lives. I don't know if you remember, it's been almost, is it 3 weeks of me complaining that I'm not feeling well? And I've been doing that every day. Every time I wake up, I go to work. I move on, I move with life as if all is well, but I've not been feeling well, you know? And when I go to test, I run the normal tests we run. Because normally, the diseases we suffer from the same diseases, right? We suffer from typhoid, malaria, fevers, you know, headaches. And we always ignore the other diseases. Big mistake. You people, on Tuesday, actually starting from Monday, I kept feeling like I was dying. I was 100% sure my life was going. But because, well, you have responsibilities, you have work, you know, you have people relying on you, you keep pushing even when you are not feeling well. So, guys, I go to work on Monday. I think I even did a live on Monday or Tuesday, but I was not feeling well at all. Every inch of my body was crashing, you know, but I was pretending. And that's the problem with people who look strong, because I look very strong. So it's very hard to convince anybody that I am unwell. So, fast forward, Tuesday night, I could barely sleep. My temperature was so up. What's funny is when I woke up in the morning, I would feel fine. Problems were at night, you know, and it doesn't make it easier when you stay alone, because I stay alone. You know, you get so sick in the night, you're alone, you're by yourself. My living situation is an apartment. People in apartments don't give a fuck. They don't. You can die. You know, the only people you can count on are security and those guys who do what? Caretakers. So on Wednesday, Hi, Afrik. How are you? So, Wednesday, I remember, I think I did a live on Wednesday. I went to the salon to see if I could change my hair, but I was still feeling sick. But because I had run all the tests that we run here, and we always just assume those are the things we suffer from. I know. So I was convinced I'm maybe fatigued and I needed to get enough rest because, of course, I'm working very hard these days. How do you say hello? You can say Jevaleko. You can say Molimutia or Vodiotia. I don't know, whichever is comfortable for you. So, guys, on Wednesday, right? On Wednesday, when I finished my live here, I literally fell on my bed and passed out. I passed out. You know, I was not under the influence whatsoever. I just passed out. When I got up, it was Wednesday night, I got up at about 11 in the night. I felt my scalp was on fire. Every inch of my body was burning up. I couldn't feel anything. Nothing. I laid there. All I have is my cat. And in my head, I was so sure, this is the day I die. This is the day. Honestly, I was so sure. Damn it. So I just laid there. I couldn't move. Everything was paining. I was in so much pain. So at about, I don't know, I think it was 2. I was up laying on my bed, tears pouring from both my eyes side by side. I was just looking up like this. I couldn't move. I was burning up. I was scared. I said to God, I'm going to die today. I'm just going to die. So at about, I think it was 2, I said, let me try again. I tried to roll off my bed and then fell down. When I fell down, my tiles, I think because the floor is cold, I laid there for some time and I think my temperature started coming down a bit. It was so weird. So in about an hour's time, when I was able to actually feel my joints again fully. So I picked up my phone and I said to God, if I get fired, I am going to get fired. Today is the day. If I tell these people that I'm not feeling well and I have to go seek medical care and nobody believes me, because every time I've come to realize that when you tell people you work with that you're not feeling well, especially if you are in the middle of so much workload, they just assume, oh, this one doesn't want to work, so she's making up excuses. That's what they call them, excuses. But the truth is, I've been sick for a long time. I was just ignoring it because I didn't want to be called lazy or someone that didn't want to work. Most of the things I'm not. Once again, I'll talk about that. You know, we work with very selfish people sometimes. You can be in a working place and people you're working with are so selfish. They're self-centered. When they get sick, they want you to understand that they're sick. When you were sick, they don't want to understand. They don't want to even care. They don't care. They don't. And it's so funny how people always act so shocked. Oh my God, someone died? She just fell down and collapsed and died. They always tend to pretend they are not part of the problem, you know. But we are working alongside people who don't care how you feel. You have to learn to understand and prioritize yourself, because at the end of the day, these same people that act like they cannot survive on that job without you, if you died today, they would gladly hire someone tomorrow. Honestly, they even have application letters waiting for when they don't need you anymore. The ugliest thing I learned a long time ago is, unless you are the CEO, you are expendable in whatever organization you work in. The only people that are not expendable are people who are in very unique careers, like those guys who are designing vaccines. What? Please stop. Can you stop? Ifo. This house just got cleaned up. You don't eat paper, you have food. Ifo. Ifo. Can you not do that? Please. Please. You can complain all you want. Thank you. Meanwhile, my cat the whole time at night, when I was off the bed to the ground, it knew something was wrong. It kept crying so much, rotating around me, licking me. It was licking me everywhere. Wait, was it sampling me for food? I'm not sure, but my cat always has his food. I always make sure, I don't know how my cat trained himself. He has 2 bowls of food and 1 bowl of water. I always feel both, all the 3, but he never, ever eats all the food at once. You will realize that he will eat those 2 small bowls of food for a period of like 2 days, 3 days. I don't know how he does it, but he times himself. He's not going to eat until he drops. I don't know. I gave him the freedom to choose when to eat. So my cat doesn't actually have a feeding schedule. Yeah. So he's always good, really. I always also have backup water near the sink in case his bowl is empty. Yeah. So anyway, so on Wednesday morning, I sent out emails to my bosses and then my immediate supervisors and told them that I'm really, really sick. I won't be able to make it. That was on Thursday morning. Yeah. Wednesday was a public holiday. We didn't work. You guys, Oh, you're welcome, Kasozi. On Thursday morning, I went to the hospital. I had to go to a real hospital, like a private hospital. First of all, hospitals are expensive. Let me tell you, in this country, if you don't have money, you can die. I guarantee you, half of the deaths we have in these hospitals are not caused by the diseases that these people are suffering from. They are caused by poverty, lack of money. If you don't have money, for starters, you need to pay a consultation fee to see a doctor. If you don't have that money, you're not going to see a doctor because you have to go with your receipt that you've paid the consult. You literally go with your receipt. Actually, the doctor is given your receipt after you pay, and the doctor calls your name in the queue. So you won't even go crying, begging, I don't have money, but I'm not feeling well. No, you don't. You know? So honestly, and the government hospitals, we do have them. They are free. You can go see a doctor for free. but there is no medication. I can't believe I'm saying this, but government hospitals are ill-stocked. They have no medications. They just have these basic medications. And that's why you realize that most Ugandans resort to self-medication. We've all grown up. Majority of us have grown up on self-medication, you know, because not all of us grow up with so much money. We had to improvise, you know. So, and then sometimes we resort to herbs. You go to the bush, you know which plant cures what, you know, but in most cases, the plant is insufficient. So you probably need some proper medication from a real doctor. Anyway, so when I was in the hospital, I kept informing people. I kept informing people how I was doing, you know. They ran a lot of tests because, guys, you have to understand, for a full month I kept checking and nothing was wrong with me. You know, nothing, there was nothing. I kept checking, I ran tests, I went to the, you know, but this time when I went to this hospital, I said it, so I'm not going to say, I'm just gonna explain to them how I feel, and then I'll let them test whatever they want. Because at that point, I was tired of playing doctor. I just wanted to sit back. And that's another thing I also have to advise people. When you go to the hospital, avoid telling the medical personnel that I'm suffering from this. It is that person to tell you what you are suffering from. For you, simply tell that person your symptoms. How do you feel? You know, we always misdiagnose ourselves. By the way, small things are killing us. We are dying of very simple things. I mean, they're not simple, but they are small. So they ran tests. Even the ones I was so sure would come out negative, I said, it's okay, let them run the tests, because I wanted to be sure. And when these tests were run, of course, they came back negative, and then all tests were negative. So we were puzzled. So the doctor suggested to do a CBC. That's a full blood count. And then that's when they were able to pick up a bacterial infection I had. You know? Yeah, so apparently I had a severe bacterial infection in my bloodstream. It had broken every single inch of my body structure down. Yep, I was dying slowly. It was crazy. So anyway, I got admitted. I got on a few drips and then I got discharged. I actually requested to be discharged. I was tired with medication. So I'm now taking the rest of my medication orally, but I'm feeling better. My joints are not hurting. I'm not in pain, you know. I'm altogether, I think I'm on a quick journey of recovery. I feel like, pay me a consultation fee and then ask me to pay you to teach you Luganda. Come on. I can't be teaching you Luganda in the middle of my normal conversations. I do my lives to unwind, to talk about my day, my week, how I feel. You really cannot read the room. Like, babe, look at me. I'm sick, still on medication. And I was feeling better. So I was like, let me do a live and talk to my YouTube family about what happened, how I've been feeling, how I'm feeling now. Yeah, pick up my number, pay me a consultation fee, and then I'll teach you and program classes for you, you know, and I'll be teaching you certain hours in the day. And I guarantee you, within a period of a month and a half, you will be as if you were Ugandan. Can you? I literally just said all tests were negative, and they picked up a bacterial infection in my bloodstream. And someone has to ask me, "Are you You think I don't know the difference between pregnancy and? You're not listening. You're not listening. I don't like repeating myself. Seriously. And also, why would you ask me if I'm pregnant? Are you the ones? I mean, it will be a rude question. Let me leave it. I almost died, so I don't want to. Feathers. Not now. Samrat. Am I reading that right? Hi. How are you? Oh, but you always type very good English. Nonetheless, it's okay. Where was I? I've even forgotten what I wanted to talk about. Yes. And you know what the funniest thing is? I'm surrounded by people who want to be taken care of, but they will never take care of you. I'm surrounded by people who want to be given, but never want to give. Never. They want to give back nothing. You know? I remember not so long ago at my workplace, someone there lost her. Anyway, I'm not going to go into that, but I'm just going to leave it bluntly and tell you. It is very important to learn who is for you and who is not for you. It is important to learn people. It is very, very important to stay on the sidelines, you know, to see things unfold before your eyes. But train yourself not to be hurt, because at the end of the day, the things people do will hurt you. They will hurt you, they will disappoint you, but don't take things that hurt, because at the end of the day, you got you and you're good. Africa, I know where you're from. Believe me. I've known you a long time on the channel. So, guys, it's a crazy world, you know? It's a crazy, crazy world. But I want you to know there is always a few people here and there. Yeah, I'm feeling much better. I'm just a bit lightheaded, but I'm feeling much better. I will actually go back to work tomorrow, because I don't know how to stay in the house. I don't know how to sleep all day. I don't know. I can't do that. I wish I could. I would take a week, you know. But I also understand the amount of work I have on my desk. And since I have no intentions of quitting now or being fired now, I still have to put certain things into accountability, because again, it's still my job, you know. But I know those people who want to be taken care of but can't take care of you. You know, those workmen who want you to, oh my God, I'm sick. They want you to call them all the time, text and check in on them. How are you doing? You know? By the way, ever since I got that job, this was the first time I got sick, like, and didn't work. Every other time, because I've been at that job for about a year now, a year plus. Imagine in a full year, you think I didn't get sick in that full year? I got sick. But I always worked even when I'm sick. The thing about me is my blood is so strong. By the time I'm sick and I'm admitted or something or what, it has to be like I'm really, really sick. So in the whole of 1 year and maybe 3 months, this was my first time to be admitted. Yeah. And it was my first time to take 2 days off work. Yeah, because I'm selling the bags. Yes, I'm trying to put the tilts on because most clients don't know how to put them. So I'm trying to put on all the bags so that when I make deliveries to these different people, they don't have to struggle putting them on. Most people don't know how to put them on. You know, guys, I work with someone. That person, every week, every single week, take Luanda. Hi, Luanda. Hi, Upper Dance 4110. Yeah, burnt out. I was definitely burnt out, but also I was sick, like really, really sick. Yeah, I was very sick. I lost my voice. I couldn't eat for days. Actually, yesterday evening was the first time I had a meal since Tuesday. I've just been on fluids, and even that was hard. But I was telling you, you know, these people here want you to check on them. How are your kids? How are you doing? Oh, Rose, I'm okay now. How are you, Rose? You know? But lucky for me, Rose, don't be sad. I'm okay. I was sick since I was admitted on Thursday morning, but I'm okay now. I'm better. Let me tell you a small story about me. Maybe I should start telling you my stories, my personal life stories. You know, some of you sometimes wonder how I learned to be so self-sufficient, how I don't like relying on people, how I'm always okay alone, like nothing bothers me. You know, when people don't call me, check on me, I don't care. It's not such a big deal to me, you know. When my birthday is here and I have to celebrate alone, it's not new for me. I've had years of practice. I'm not going to go so back when I was born. I'm going to go back to when I was younger, when I was in high school. Let me fast forward to high school. When I joined high school in secondary, so I went to one of these elite schools in Uganda, one of the best. So when I came to this school, you have to understand, my personality is outspoken. I'm very outspoken. Like as long as I can remember, I've always been very outspoken. I'm one of those people who will not call your bluff. I'll call a spade a spade. I'll say the truth always. I don't like pretending. I don't like lying. It has always been me. These things have not just become me now. I've always been like this. So you have to understand, in high school, to have friends, you have. Back in the day in high school, highlight saved to your channel. What highlight? I don't even understand. YouTube has so many new advancements. I think I clicked on something and now it says highlight saved to your channel. Anyway, it's okay. So I went to this school, I actually literally went to school with, think of every rich person at the time. Most of them are still very rich. Think of them, those parents who was so rich at that time, and they had kids my age. And those kids were bright. Or they had the grades. They were bright. I won't lie. Because to be in that school, you had to be extremely bright. So, fast forward, I go to this school. And yes, I come from a very rich family, but that's a story for another day. But my rich family was never supportive for me. It was the complete opposite. You know those children who have to grow up so fast? I was that child. I had to grow up so fast because I had to learn to take care of myself at a very young age. So the funny part about coming from a very rich family is just because people see you walking out of a certain building, you cannot convince them that your life is bad. You can't convince them that you as an individual, you are suffering. You can't convince them. They'll be like, these ungrateful children, how can she say that? You know, look at the house she sleeps in. That's the only reference they have. And in Africa, having a nice house, big nice house is status for rich. You have to be rich, you know? You're considered to be one of those people without problems, nothing like that. Me as a child, as an individual, I had my problems, and there were many, you know? So I go to school. I remember at school, hi, Amos. Oh, hi, Amos. How are you? Yeah, that's my guy, my welding guy. He does very good welding. That guy right there. I've done a video on him. Yeah, long time indeed. I should make time and shoot another video for you. So basically, I go to school with these kids. These kids are spoiled. On top of being spoiled, they are entitled, you know? Not all of them. There were some nice ones, but 80% spoiled, entitled, good Lord. And they created cliques. You know, cliques like groups. I didn't fit in a single group they created, because most of the groups were created because their parents were friends, or maybe they came from the same, they sleep in the same area and they are like immediate neighbors, or maybe they were from the same school before joining high school. Nigga, it was some tough shit. I didn't belong anywhere. Have you ever been in a situation where you don't belong anywhere? So that was me then. I won't lie, I hated that school. I hated that school. But my mother would tell me, this is the best school for you. This is the only school I want you to be in. That's the thing about parents. They don't even care how miserable you are. As long as they are convinced it's good for you, that's it. Anyway, fast forward. Fast forward, to make matters worse, there was a girl who shared my birthday, and she was one of those girls. Stop texting me. Anyway, I was still telling you. So there was a girl who shared the same birthday. She was one of those girls. You guys, you don't understand. First of all, I was interested in boy games. I played football. I played basketball. Football is like soccer. I played basketball. I didn't want anything to do with girl games, you know. So I didn't like anything feminine because I was a tomboy, mostly at the time. So that already threw the girls off. They could not even try to bring me in, you know, because every time they tried to bring me in their shit, I looked at it as lame. I don't do that. That's too girlish. I don't do that. That's not for me. So I was always like that. So because I wasn't girly enough, the girls pushed me out. And since I wasn't boyish enough, the boys also pushed me out. Yeah. So I was left there. I didn't belong anywhere. I was neither girl nor boy. I was just there. I didn't belong. That's the truth. You know? The teachers knew my mom, so most of them took advantage of that and tortured me. There was this female teacher. I'll never forget that woman. I'll never forgive her. I'll never forget her. You know, I'll never forget her. I'll never forgive her. The shit she did to me. The shit she did to me. Just because I was one of the few kids who couldn't fight back. She took advantage of that. And every time she did something to me, she went before me to my mother and defended herself before I could even get to my mother. And when I got to my mother to explain what had happened, my mother always took everybody's side but my side. Everybody's side but my side. Because all these people were her friends, first of all. Secondly, they knew her. Hi, Olivia. So you don't understand. It took me a full year to register that I was alone in this world, that I was on my own. It was some of the hardest shit I had to learn, you know. I remember crying every single day from senior 1 to senior 3. I would cry every day, every day, every night. I was severely suicidal. Imagine, as a child, I was depressed. I had nobody. I could not talk to anybody. I remember one time I tried talking to thanks. One time I tried talking to some teacher about my problems in confidence. This same guy walked up, took the whole story to my mother. And my mother retreated. And I remember her telling me, "You were the worst child I've ever had. How could you say such things about your family to strangers?" I was young. I was in Form 2. Shit. That was 2008, 2009. I was really young. I didn't know how to be alone. I didn't know how to be on my own, because when I was young, I used to have so many friends. And now I'm in a new whole country, new situation. I don't have friends. I don't know anyone. The only person I knew was my mom, and she was against me. Life became very hard. Life became so hard for me. So hard. It was already hard, but it became worse. So I put all my anger into playing sports. I played so many sports. I was angry all the time. You know those angry children? Yeah. I was always angry. Like, I didn't want anyone telling me nothing. I didn't care about anything and anybody, because everyone had betrayed me. People had turned against me. They had turned my mother against me, if there is such a thing, but it was for me. I was miserable. You don't understand what it means to cry every day. I cried every day. This is not even Walmart. I've been there only once. Anyway, so guys, things became harder and harder, you know. I wasn't focusing in school, but I was still passing and getting grades. And because I was acting up, I was always in trouble, you know. I was always in trouble, you know. And then one time, because at the time, Jesse Muyingo was the headmaster of my school at the time. So he called me into his office and he tried to talk to me. He tried telling me I wanted to be expelled so that they would put me in a different school, but they were not expelling me, they were expelling other people. Things just kept getting uglier and uglier. And then in Form 3, that was in 2010, I got a journal. When I got a journal, I started to talk to my journal. This is why talking to YouTube is so easy for me, because I know I can be talking and no one is probably watching, but I'm happy because I started talking to myself at a very young age. You don't understand. I would literally get grades that were bad and pretend I'm someone I really like to advise myself. I've been doing that for years and it always works for me. I'm one of those people that is not going to come to you for advice. I don't know how to go to people for a second opinion. I don't know how to go to people for advice. I don't know how to tell people my problems. I don't. Usually by the time I tell you a problem, I've already solved it or I'm way past it. It is something I had to instill in myself at a very young age, because I learned a lesson that most of you will never learn or have not yet learned, that in this world, you are alone. You are born alone. You are alone. Every single person around you is not guaranteed. It is okay to have them, but what is not okay is for you to 100% rely on anybody. Believe me. That's why you're all always disappointed, you're always hurt. Imagine I was in this house facing my death just 2 days ago, and I made peace. I remember laying there, I'm like, okay, so what haven't I done? I haven't done this, I didn't do this. The only thing I was worried about was who was going to take care of my cat. Who would take care of my cat the way I take care of my cat? Who would treat my cat the way I treat my cat? Who the hell will do that? That was the only thing I was worried about. It doesn't make me selfish. It just makes me me. Because I've seen too much. I've seen too much, you guys. I've seen way too much. There is a reason I named this channel DOREEN'S African Experiences. You don't understand. One time I started writing a memoir, a book about my life. I couldn't finish it. I still have it because it was too depressing. I'm 29, but the experiences I've had, I can line up over 100 people who are 60 plus years and they've not experienced half of what I've experienced. Not to say they don't have their own experiences, but the level and magnitude of what I've experienced in life by now is too grave. It's too wide. So it's very hard to shake me. I'm one of those people that you can't easily shake. If you ever see me and I'm telling you I'm scared, it has to be life and death. But I'm never scared. I know what is right, and trust me. Olivia, you don't like Walmart. What did Walmart do to you? Oh, do we even have Walmart in Uganda? But guys, So when people around me pretend to give a fuck, they act like, oh, I know what everybody wants from me. And that's why I'm always laughing, because I know there is no fucking trick you're going to play that is so new. I've seen too much, way too much. So I trained myself to be self-sufficient. No man is an island. I have people in my life, and I thank the people in my life, because without some of the people in my life, a lot would never have been possible. But you also have to understand, as much as I love and thank them, I also have a thing at the back of my mind that even if they were not there, I would still have survived, I would still have crossed over, I would still have gone where I wanted to go. No cap. Exactly. So, my friends, I don't know the exact aim for these people that were trying to call me to get back to work on the day I was admitted in a hospital. And then failure to check on me even. And then the few that checked on me wanted something from me. Then those that were checking on me were just curious when I would return so that the workload would reduce. I know, but me, I always have a plan. Sometimes I tell people I am one of the most dangerous people to mess with, because I'm very kind, very, very kind. And the reason I'm so kind is because I've seen a lot of ugliness in this world. This world is so ugly. Because half of the shit I've been through, I wouldn't want anyone to go through that shit. You don't understand. I spent 6 years with very, very mean people. And then I spent another 7 years with very, very, very torturous, mean people. So combine 6 plus 7, 13. So of my 29 years, I grew for 13 of my 29 years. Actually, add the 3 years or 2 years I was with my ex. So for 15 years of my 29 years, there are other things that happened between those other years that is remaining. So I've known pain for over 15 years. There is nothing anybody can do to me. Nothing. Not anymore. Nothing. I've evolved past a lot of things. Doesn't mean I don't feel pain. I do. I feel loss, I feel pain, but the way I take it, the way I take pain and loss is so fucking different. That is why my ex, when I put so much into us, becoming a family, becoming independent, growing, starting this and that, what he didn't understand is the type of woman he met has seen pain before. I know pain. So I don't care how long I've known you, how much I've invested in you or us. I will leave you if you try to mess with me. And I will leave every single thing you were trying to use as a trap behind for you. I won't fight for it. I won't beg for it. I won't bargain for it. Because I've had over 15 years to practice the art of detachment. Nothing, absolutely nothing can hurt me. I go through pain in the moment, and I believe my experience with my ex was my final test of pain and growth, because after that relationship, I grew 10 years faster than I was at the time. I believe that is the only experience I had not had a bad relationship. Only other experiences, I had them. The only one I hadn't had was a bad relationship, a bad man, a bad partner. I know bad men. I've experienced bad men, but not bad men, like partners. That was my first and my last. So, yes, indeed. Thank you. Life is full of experiences, and through those experiences we learn. Never give up on yourself. Never stop. Never quit on yourself, because you are all you have. You. Even your children can leave you. Even your wife, husband can leave you. Even your parents can leave you. Every single person can leave, but you can never leave yourself. One time someone said that even your own shadow can leave you. How about everybody else? I'm not saying detach people. No, just be with people, but know that at any point these people can go. And to go is not necessarily people betraying you, turning on you. They can die. What do you do when someone dies? How do you cope? How do you live? How do you survive? So, learn to be self-sufficient. You need people, we all need people, but learn to be enough for yourself. Be enough for you. Do what's best for you. Do you. What is for you? What is for you? Simple as that. The world is a crazy place. Very crazy. Gets crazier by the day. Nonetheless, if my battery goes out, thank you to everyone that sent prayers when I was sick. We thank God for the gift of life. I'm here. Hopefully by this coming weekend, I'll resume shooting content for the channel. Yeah, I wanted to resume with paint, prices of paint. You know what you need to paint. I want to teach you about painting your houses. Construction is evolving, so I want you to evolve with it. Don't be left behind. In the course of the week, I want to make a proper video on land, current land laws, because most of you are working so hard to come back home and buy land, but you don't know what is happening. So I want you to be well aware of what's going on so that you make decisions that are best for you. Yep. For now, let's just chill as we wait for the battery to say bye. but you. And that's not to say they are good people, by the way. They are good people. So welcome people. Keep an open mind, but guard your heart, guard your mind. Be open about things. Just protect yourself. Every time you sense something is wrong, believe yourself first. Learn to. Sometimes not everything needs benefit of doubt. Stop over making excuses for people. You're getting so much pain from that shit. Some people are worth it. Most people are really not worth it. They're not. At all. So, watch your back. Take care of yourself. And if you don't feel well, don't be like me. Learn to go to the hospital, a proper hospital, and have the doctor do whatever checkups they want. Because at the end of the day, we make money, but nobody manufactures life. There is no, Chinese are very advanced people. Very creative, very creative. I don't know a country besides Japan that is as evolved in technology, But even they have not yet manufactured life. That should tell you something. It should tell you to take care of yourself. Sometimes we are selfish to ourselves, maybe too selfish. It's not worth it. It's not, Take care of yourself, Take care of your life. Put yourself first. And as I tell you this, I'm also telling this to myself. I need to hear it. I need to hear it. Because some things that we think are worth it are not always worth it. Yeah. I think I should start. September is fast approaching. My contract is ending with these people. I don't know if I want to renew it unless I'm being offered more money. Otherwise, with working conditions, I don't like them. I don't like the people, the energy. Obviously, even the next place might be the same, but I need more money to deal with shit like that. I'm not dealing with shit like that for the same fee. Nope. No way. It's nobody but you. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. But you guys, that's cool, no? I don't know. I think I'm one of the few people that accepted a long time ago. If I ever have kids, I'm putting them in an international school, not in a traditional school in this country. It even has nothing to do with, I hear kids in traditional schools get spoiled. Wow. First of all, the local curriculum is stupid. Very, very stupid. I don't know how much longer we have to deal with that nonsense. Marina, what's that? How are you? It's nobody but you. Amir. Hi, Amir. Doreen Wawe, Cola Center. See nobody but you. Na, But she's very low. I wanted to do something special for these boxes so they're not so plain. I hope I don't need to regret this. It's nobody but you. Say da 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 Okay. I need a second ribbon. Will it fit? Will you fit? Will you fit? Will you fit, please? My little experiment has worked. Perfect. Oh my God, sister! I was about to leave the live. How are you, sister? Guys, hi to sister. Long time. How have you been? Oh, she is literally an alumni of the channel. One of the very few. How are you, sister? I hope you're okay. You've been quiet. You're going to work. Have a nice shift. Thank you for checking in. That's so sweet. I'm very excited. I haven't heard from you in a very long time. Oh, I'm so glad I stayed a little bit longer. Oh, wow, that's so sweet. Wow, sister, it's been a while. Wow. Oh, sister. My sister. I don't know how to do this. I think they use blue. Oh, my experiment seems to be dying. Mother's Day is coming up. I guess I'll gift my mother a bag. Like this. I'll send it. Oh, wait, it's not closing. Fine, let me cut a little bit. It's nobody but you. Oh God, it's gonna tear. Oh, it's done. See? Happy Mother's Day, Mama. This is nice. See, nobody but you. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. It's nobody but you. Friends, have a lovely, blessed week. Let me go and finish what I'm doing. Thank you for checking on me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It means a lot, a very big lot. Bye. Let me plug my phone in. See nobody but you. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.